welcome to the 411 podcast on TNF Radio. I'm your host for today, Angela Azu, aka Big Gels, G to the E to the L to the S, you know the vibe, and that's a period. And I have an amazing somebody with me.
Y'all already know me. My name is Kleo, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so we have a guest on our show. Okay, now you know. Nice to have you here, sir. Welcome. Okay, so sometime last week, we saw a video of a young man spraying money. You know the way they say spray money in clubs?
Yeah.
He was spraying money in church.
I think I saw that too.
Yeah, on the altar. Like the pastor was preaching and he was spraying money and spraying money. Like,
did you see that?
Well, I did not see it.
Oh, okay.
But I saw something similar.
Similar to that, yeah. So that was
that was really, I was just looking at, I was lost. I had to see the video again, like it was in church. So should lavish spending be encouraged in churches?
For me, watching that video, I saw it and I thought, man, like, why should anybody be? This is a place of worship, mind you, and it's like a sacred place. It's somewhere that should be, whether it's a church or a mosque, for example, it's somewhere that should be respected. It's somewhere that you imagine doing that. In fact, I think 50 to 60, in fact, it's even, maybe it's more, I don't want to exaggerate, percent of congregations in church do not even have as much money as I saw being thrown on the altar. And this is the one I saw, the money was like, the guy was literally throwing money on the altar while the pastor was preaching. That he was just standing there. You know how ushers would probably stand in church at one part, like it felt like that was his own spot, that was his own, that's his job in church. He stood there and he was throwing the money on the altar. I was like, why is the pastor saying that and not saying anything?
Right.
There are people sitting in that congregation that might be wondering.
But what was this man interrogated afterwards?
Well,
was he being moved by the preaching of the pastor? So you have to take all this into consideration. But whether or not it is to be
exactly. I wanted to say, whether the preaching intrigued him or not.
Yes.
There's what people do, you just go and drop your offering or anything.
Yes.
Just go and drop it maybe on the altar or inside the offering box. Going to spray the money like that, it was too much. It was too much. It was show off. Yeah, that was show
yes. Okay, so what are the rest of the people sitting in the church that probably don't have as much money? How are they supposed to feel? What are you trying to yes. You know, what example are you setting? Do you understand?
That is really oppressing because, we don't know the name of the church, but
definitely
that has to be very corrected.
I don't want to cast them.
No,
you don't want to cast them.
I don't know what to say. All right, so moving on. You know this kind of this something that he was doing, this show that he pulled off, is actually what they do in clubhouses.
Yeah.
Where guys just spray money out. So what's your opinion about the lifestyle of young boys, the luxury?
I think that's a very wonderful question, because the person I saw spraying that money in that video looked like somebody that would be in his 20s.
Yes.
At the very most. Do you understand? So why would somebody of that age have that amount of money and you're throwing it away? Come on now.
Okay.
Personally, before our reverend gets to his point, because I want him to dissect the matter, but before I let him, give us his opinion, I think that what is going on nowadays is I don't know if to blame it on the system of the country or to blame it on outright greed, and people really turning into something else. Nowadays, people are now, in fact, I think people are moving demons, because why would somebody I see things like that nowadays, someone of a teenager, 16-year-old is getting involved in things like, I don't know, diabolic things to make money, or stealing, or like fraud. For me, man, I the way I see this new trend of people young people getting
Luxury kids.
yeah, doing luxury stuff with monies that cannot be accounted for.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not in support though. And honestly, I would probe any money that I don't understand.
So I'm not okay. Let's just.
You have almost finished everything about it. You know, I hear this music. I don't actually know who sang it. You will excuse me. Say you want to chill with the big boys.
Yeah.
Amen or something
Yeah.
like that. So I mean,
The Dorime song.
yeah, young guys and young men and women, they want to chill with the big boys. But they don't want to know how the big boys made it.
Oh yeah, that's
Sometimes
a
it
good
lands
point.
them, and it seriously lands them in a situation and position that they have to kill
Yeah.
to take a life. And for the young men and women, taking life does not mean anything. You mentioned that the situation of the country, you were just a rhetorical expression. of the
Yes.
situation of it. I think the situation of the country should have placed us to minimize our spending because the economy is biting. But you go to the club, as you have said, I have not been there.
Are you sure?
I have not been there. But I hope to be there. I hope to be there just to experience what goes on there. Go to the club, people are throwing money, young guys, young girls, they want to hold iPhone, they want to chill with the big boys, they want to go on with life. Luxurious kind of life.
Yeah.
You know, when you read the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, 7 to 9, the writer of that book encourages young men and women to live good life. Who does not want to live a good life? But the end part of that text tells us you will account for the life you live. You will be judged. So when you live a life that does not befit a Christian or a Muslim or somebody who fears God, then you have to account for it. Why will you take a wrong means, the Machiavellian principle, the end justify the means? Because you want to chill with the big boys, you go as far as going into fraud, killing, diabolical. So
Kidnapping. That's another thing.
you've struck the victim, the kidnapped, request for ransom, seize somebody's freedom, even when the constitution says we have the freedom to do movement and all of that. So we are scared, especially in this festive period. It's becoming dangerous. Everybody wants to go out, flex my love.
Dirty December. People are looking for money to ball. Be careful, oh.
The ballers.
So we should now introspectively come to our senses.
Yeah.
Try to take stock.
Speaking of which, all that money that was thrown on the altar, the guy was praying on Alpha. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to all those monies?
Actually, that's true.
What's going to? But that's what I think about when I watch stuff like that, or when I saw the video. Rather, I thought like all these monies, if this was genuine money and you really want to give it out, right? Wouldn't going to give it to people who really need this money be a better option than just lavishing the money?
But
You
don't see young boys of nowadays give like that. Like they don't just go to probably the orphanage home or the motherless home just to give. They don't. You know how much
because the aim
is in a clubhouse.
Of course, some drinks are like $500,000. You don't even want to go there if it's about
why
drinks.
I say I want to go there to experience. So
you don't want to go to the drink.
Starting from the address and everything.
Because I think that money, in fact, the means with which they made that money. First off, person will no work or person will work for money.
Sweat.
If you work for money,
that's how you
sweat.
your money.
You no go feed they spend them anyhow. That is the ideology I have. Do you understand?
Yes.
So like it's obvious that money was not made in a painful way. That is why it's easy to just throw it away.
Because there's this thing boys, they call it bomb. Like you need to bomb. All these clients, Yahoo boy stuff, Yahoo boy code, you have to bomb.
I don't know. Enlighten me.
Say it out.
Enlighten
That's it,
me.
you have to bomb. You know when they are texting clients and all of that, like they are steady chasing a client to send money. That's called bombing.
Oh wow.
So it's not work, it's bombing.
Oh, wow.
So they feel like they've gotten so used to it. It's easy to convince a client to send this money.
Yeah.
So if the clients drop how many dollars and then it's in our currency it's like 1 million, they spend it and they know that they'll still go back and bomb.
Yeah.
To get so that's the life.
And that's someone else's hard-earned money.
High-end money. So if it's money that they are working for, money that they are struggling to get,
Money where you go enter son.
no, but
Carry block.
Become a
Which-
sales
which-
girl or a sales
Which
boy.
Exactly.
which carpenter that's doing an honest job, working hard work, would you see in the club?
the club going to
Buying.
spray money and
You not go see them now. But that brings me to this, okay? When you look at the Muslims, is way different. Even if they have, I'm not saying that they don't have, bad people who do these things there too. But you don't see them abuse the church of God. You don't see them abuse the sanctuary of God like that. You don't see them abuse in what they believe. You understand me? I'm speaking from that perspective now. Yeah. You wouldn't see that happening in mosque.
at all.
It would never happen. So do you think that Christianity has evolved to this stage where it's like everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly are being accepted as long as you have money, as long as you're an influential person? It's like you can do whatever you want in church just because of that reason. Because I've seen this thing happen so many. This is not that video I saw last week. It's not the first video. It's not even the second video. It shows that it's happening. Those ones we have seen, Sev, are the ones that have been recorded and put online. What of the other things that are happening? What of the ones that are not even going to spray money? The ones that are bribing. I did hear funny story where kidnapper go meet in pastor to pray for him so that operation go be successful. You understand me?
I mean, he will mention that the operation should be successful.
As they go and meet their pastors
to pray for them.
The pastors with full knowledge of what they do will pray for them to have success in.
Have you seen? That's the trouble.
So that's my point. My question: how do you see Christianity now? In judging from everything we've said now, like what do you think is happening? Christianity has evolved now to this stage. I don't know if the word evolve is the right word. You understand? Yeah. But I would use that because I'm short of words.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes. So now, what do you see? What do you think? What's your comments? What's your opinion on the things happening now in churches that would never happen in a mosque?
Well, men and women of God in quote have left the essence to just the ephemeral. The essence is to take the good news to the ends of the world.
Yeah.
Preaching the good news. But sometimes people misconceive the break of Martin Luther from the Catholic Church, the mainstream church. Martin Luther mounted a break that for him he wanted to reform the church with his 95 theses. And after the break, many now who are breaking, because there has to be a start of something.
Yeah.
Many now who are breaking ignorantly and for a selfish interest.
Reasons, yes.
And this selfish interest cannot be without money. The scripture says money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Money in itself is not bad. Money is good. You need money, I need money.
So I think the love of money is the root of all
The love
evil.
of money.
Yes.
That's true.
The love of money is who does not love money? Let me ask.
Everybody loves money.
So you see that
Give me the money.
with this movement, as you call it, evolving, Christianity has evolved from the essence to a personal aggrandizement that has given room for all of these things, so that money can shut your mouth. You can no longer speak the word of God from the pulpit because the person who gives you money is there. You can no longer tell the truth, even when we know that the truth, of course, as Jesus says, will set you free.
Yeah.
So it's worrisome. It's worrisome. I was in Lagos last month, just a stroll outside my street. To be frank, I'm not here to lie and exaggerate. I saw almost 20 churches. Just within a kilometer, 20 churches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could ask yourself, what are they really doing? Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to bear the name pastor. Everybody wants to bear the name daddy. And everybody wants to receive tithe.
Yeah.
So,
Very important.
It is. We keep praying.
Yeah.
We keep praying. But Christianity is a free religion.
Yeah.
Because of course God respects the freedom and the free will of man.
Yeah.
So it's a free religion. Whatever you want to do, but on the last day you'll account for your stewardship.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. But this brings me to this question. Like you said, emphasis on what you said. The 20 churches in like 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
So how do you recognize a real pastor and a fake and greedy pastor?
It might be difficult because many will disguise themselves.
Yes.
But of course, Matthew 7 will tell us by their fruit.
You shall know them. I sabi Bible.
So by their fruit you shall know them.
Yeah.
By their fruit you shall know them. Pattern of worship. You can't try this in the Catholic Church with due respect to other churches. This praying of money.
I beg to differ.
Is it actually Catholic Church that they were?
I know. I beg to differ in another light.
Please
Not
come up.
throwing money
Mm-hmm.
at the church. That is the height of it. For me, that's the height of it.
Okay.
But there are other ways.
Yeah,
Like
many ways.
I would mention Reverend Father Mbaka, for example.
Okay, bring him up.
This man, I hear, collects outrageous sums of money during like bazaar, festivals, and all of that. I'm not a Catholic. I don't know much about these things.
No problem.
I do. In fact, I used to be a Catholic, sort of. I went to I went to a Catholic primary school and the Catholic secondary school, so I was kind of immersed in the system at some point, so I know how these things work. There are Reverend Fathers who do that too. Requests for monies, requests for donations that are outrageous. In fact, pressuring people. Remember that time Peter Obi said I know they give shishi
Shin by.
That's just an example.
Okay.
There are many others.
Yeah.
That one is just allowed. That's why we know him.
Okay.
There are many other, instances that if you even go and ask the public, they would bring up. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So I think that in every area in this our Christianity, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Protestant or whatever, there are those people. They are always there.
We have them everywhere.
There are greedy people everywhere.
We have them
everywhere. Every religion says.
So, by their fruits, as I said, you shall know them. And you may not know, I may not know.
It's hard to tell you.
Pardon me?
It's very hard to tell.
Yes, it's very hard to tell. So we leave everybody to his or her conscience and expect the judgment to be, should I say, meted or on the last day of the judgment. But again, whatever you do with your conscience pure, if you come to give him money as your tithe with your conscience pure, whether I'm a true pastor or a fake pastor, it is God who is receiving it. It's not that pastor. It is God who knows your heart and your intention who will bless you. The pastor may pray, even if a criminal can pray over you. It is not the criminal who blesses you, but God who blesses you.
Okay, so
but that still makes me think that in fact, it proves that people should even be more and more careful on how they spend their money when it comes to religion and all of that.
To church.
By that, I want to answer her question.
Okay.
How do you know a fake pastor? I'm not an expert. In fact, I might not even know jack about knowing who a pastor is, a real pastor is. But I think there are very simple things you can look at, and it will expose you to whether you're dealing with a real person, like a real man of God or a fake man of God. First off, greed. If you see someone that is greedy, you will know. Why would a pastor ask you to pay for you to, I don't know, for him to pray for you, or for him to, some people, I won't mention names, but I know churches where you have to pay some sort of money to be part of a healing program.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not even going to mention names because I can't tell. I'm not saying they are fake. I'm not saying they are real.
Not judging anybody.
No judgments. But like, this is my own ideology. This is my perspective. Is that why do I need to pay a fixed amount of money? There are people who don't have 100,000 naira in their account but are sick and are believing God for healing.
Yeah, sure.
And the only thing, what makes this easy for them?
To just go. Let me just chip in there. You cannot buy healing.
You can't buy healing.
You cannot.
That's my point.
It's God who heals.
That's my point.
I pray for you today. It's God who heals.
So you're just a channel. So why you?
Exactly. So when I see things like that, I question the I don't know, the origin, yes, the authenticity of that. Yeah,
That is the fruit, one of the
because why does anybody need to pay any? In fact, the money is fixed. I'm telling you, it's a fixed amount. So like, and it's not one church, it's not two. There are many. Do you understand me? So when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, nah, this doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Why do you know people? You know the people that even need this healing the most. Most of them are even poor.
Exactly. They don't even have the money.
And the reason why they would come to a pastor for prayer is because you see this our religion, the God we believe in. You cannot see him, right?
Yeah.
The one you see that says I represent the Lord Most High. Yeah, that is the one people are drawn to. That is why we have churches and pastors. Exactly. That is to keep the kingdom together. What do they call it? The community of Christianity together. Okay. You understand? Yes, exactly. It's to keep it together. So a lot of people explore that opportunity as I'm a man of God to do these things, even if the miracles are real, even if they are really, I don't know, blessed with the gift of healing. Why do you now turn it into a venture, a business venture? Do you understand? I question that too. Well, that's the first thing I mentioned. What else will I look at a pastor and question? I think I will look at, like he said, the method of worship. You go to a church. Sometimes I step into churches. It's like the arrangement in the church is impeccable.
Right.
You see the big men in front.
structure.
That's structure, right? Yeah. You see the big men in front. You know, stock men. You see them sitting in front. Then you see the ones that you know are nobodies, in quotes, sitting way over at the back.
Yeah, that's true.
You see someone come halfway into church, into the service or into the mass or whatever, and usher is bringing the person to sit in front of. Hello. How where does that how those are the little things. There are so many things I can mention, but yeah, those are the
We call it red flag.
those are the red flags. Yeah, those are the little things I will look at in a pastor or in a church and say no, this place is not for me.
Not for you. Yeah.
There's a certain kind of ignorance that is not excusable. This kind of ignorance this thing I'm talking about, when you know that there's something suspicious and you don't go further to find out, you just try to say what a man does not know will not kill him. And you collect the money.
True.
That one I don't think is excusable.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So, okay, this has been a very wonderful, amazing
Conversation.
In conclusion, boys, please take your luxury to where luxury is made.
Leave church alone.
Leave church out of
Stop
it.
abusing
Show
the
off.
church of God. If you
Right.
want to give money to pastor or reverend or whatever, put it in, package it well. Don't go and be doing club life in
To
church.
remain-
Respect go ahead.
Sanctity, rest.
Yes.
That's why it's a sanctuary. Please keep
And
your
pastors out there, you have people who are coming to your church. You're serving God. It's not man you are serving. You are serving God. You know very well that is wrong. Don't encourage these things, because there are young people in that church that will be looking at what has happened and probably go behind to meet this young person and say, I want to make money like this. Show me way.
Show me the way.
Do you know how that person made their money? Things like that shouldn't be allowed. My final thought would be that if anybody wants to spend in church, if anybody wants to give to God, and I hope the money is genuine, please do it the right way.
Yes.
Even if the money is genuine, throwing it like that in church is unacceptable.
It makes it look very.
Yes, like the church is yes.
Even if it's genuine.
Like the church is a joke. Is this not what made Jesus to go and flog people? I just wish and hope that this was. So yeah, that's my final thought.
Take notes of everything we've said today. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and also follow us on all our social media handles at Tune3 Radio. See you next time. Bye.